In today's video, we will discuss about Fiverr newly introduced feature Brief and Match. If you are a seller, you will notice that GigPage will have a new feature of Get Briefs Set a Rate. Basically, this feature is very useful for both Fiverr buyers and freelancers, which we will discuss later in this video. After logging to your account as a freelancer in the gig section, you will see an option of get briefs like this over here. Now you have to set your minimum brief over here between $8 to $35 depending upon the gigs and the services you are providing. Unlike buyer requests, the brief will tend to the highly talented and skilled freelancers, so make sure that you have to set your minimum amount as are talented and high rated freelancers. As a talented freelancers, you will be matched for the job and get the notification for Fiverr according to this get brief. That's why this option that is grabbed from the Upwork is very important for all the freelancers that are giving their services on the Fiverr. If we will talk about how can we get benefit from this get briefs option, so if I go to the official document of Fiverr article on Fiverr, which is saying that it will allow the buyer to find the best seller for them. So buyer create an account of themselves on the Fiverr and then they will see an option of create a brief like this. After clicking this create a brief option, there were some boxes in which buyer have to put all the relevant details. Firstly, they have to introduce themselves, then their business, then they have to tell what sort of things they are looking, like what is the industry, if it is somewhere digital marketing or something else like that. It just depends upon. What if the buyer is looking for a logo design or have a category like this, the buyer have to mention and fill up the whole form over here once. After putting these details, then the buyer has to set his budget, his deadlines, in how many days he want the delivery, and rest of the options like we always have in buyer request option. So buyer have to put all that things and then he has to review his brief and then he has to send his brief to the Fiverr. What happened next if your brief and Fiverr's buyer's brief will match together? Then what happens, we also have discussed this. The Fiverr algorithm things are like matching client with the detail. Like if the buyer says he need a delivery in the budget of $10 in 2 days, so Fiverr will search that which freelancer is giving the same details, same category, same requirements, and then Fiverr will suggest that buyer to the seller which is given the request. But buyer request is accessible to everyone, but this will not accessible to every Fiverr will decide whom they have sent the brief. This is the main and the important things that is actually revolving around the Fiverr. If you go to the brief, you can set a price for it, like minimum rate. I just go between 8 to 35 as I told above. So this is all how is depending upon your working your load. Like if we're talking about the creative brief outline, what does it include and how does it look like? Here is a sample. It just contain your project name, your company background, objective, target audience, competition, key messages, call to action buttons, and lots more. This is how the look of client brief is actually looking like, which the buyer has to be fulfilled for the freelancers. Moreover, for the details that how to write a creative brief for Fiverr, just read the article. The link is given in the description box. I hope this video is helpful, and please do a smash like button and let me know what you will think about this Fiverr new feature in the comment section below.